fine. Okay, everybody. We're back. We have the official announcement and celebratory beverages. Well, not really. I mean, technically we're not celebrating that we're pregnant, but we're celebrating that we know now we got conclusive results. I wasn't sure if we would be able to get conclusive results.
Oh, it's so cute. Should we grab that blanket on your phone while she knows?
Sure.
You want that big gray one right there?
Sure. Oh, I did put. She loves that floating when she was making biscuits on the one in the window, so I put in the bigger one. Little worried me like.
No blood. Nobody got bit.
Yeah, no blood.
No, I don't even know if there was really a hiss.
Yeah.
These ladies are very good at their cat whispering.
It was yeah. It was definitely a group effort. But so Sabina has babies inside, babies on board. Sabina and Neelix are both pregnant. Kestrel not pregnant, so Kestrel will go for a spay and be up for adoption soon. So if anyone wants a delightful cat that has the Cassidy muzzle puffs, you can go to tinykittens.com/adopt. So yes, it would have been nicer for everyone if Sabina was not pregnant, but she definitely is. So so she's going to be in a room by herself. I'm going to do minimal interaction with her and try to keep stress as low as possible that way. But we did see heartbeats. Dr. Ferguson was able to find 3 babies. So, and everything looked good.
Everything looked good. And we were able to actually, on all of them, to listen to their hearts to make sure that they had no heart murmurs, so there won't be any hopefully any surprises later on. There always is surprises. But as far as making sure that there isn't any, heart defects or things that we're going to find out when it comes to their spay, things like that. We're able also to look at Sabina's teeth.
Yes.
And what's good, she doesn't have any signs also of upper respiratory at this time, which is really good. And her teeth are really in quite good shape. She's maybe like 1.5, 2 or something.
Yeah.
She has some lines in her canines, but
probably, I think Cassidy has slightly, like, I think these Farrell's teeth are
wicked.
So I would say probably closer to a year.
Last year, yeah.
So hopefully this could be her first litter, which is one of the things that is concerning to me. But we'll just do the best we can and roll with whatever happens. And
you think it was her first litter too? You said she looked pretty good? No.
Definitely not.
Oh no, because she was pregnant last year. Never mind.
No, she's experienced. Maybe she'll adopt those 3.
It was the clean baby that was her belly.
Oh yeah.
That sounds like really nice clean, but that was the one we went.
So we have now and they've been vaccinated too. So maybe Dr. Ferguson can explain about the vaccines and why we're doing that, which we haven't done before. This is the first time. So
we had chosen not to vaccinate the pregnant cats before. It is kind of controversial in the everyday world and owners as far as breeders and stuff go. We try not to vaccinate pregnant dogs or cats or pregnant animals. But because these guys have such crummy immunity and they have never been vaccinated before, we are hoping, and both Dr. Henderson and myself have done quite a bit of research, that we're hoping that giving them vaccines, and we very specifically selected the vaccines. These are not the vaccines that we would use on the average patient. These are what's called killed vaccines, so it has no chance of causing the virus in the kittens or the mom, versus most viruses are modified live, which can sometimes actually be a little bit more efficient. We are choosing something that is safer, and will hope to give these moms and pass on to their kittens some good immunity, so that all those respiratory tract infections that they get, they tend to poke up, about 4 weeks, 3 weeks?
Some of them are babies had hers like at 2 weeks, the eye pus was happening.
So right before their eyes didn't even open.
Yeah.
So we're trying to weigh the pros and the cons. It's never my favorite to vaccinate pregnant animals, but if we can decrease some of the the discomfort that these kittens will have to go through and raise their immunity ahead of time, this is what we're going to try. And it went, there was a lot of thought and a lot of conversations between Shelly and myself and Dr. Henderson when we were making that decision. So we're hoping that it's going to be a good decision.
Yeah, and also because we've had to keep the last couple litters of kittens around extra time because these upper respiratory viruses are so, they seem so aggressive and the symptoms last so long that,
and it's delaying when we can spay and neuter them and get them to their homes. And it's hard on the kittens, and it's hard on Shelly, and it's hard on Tiny Kittens financially. And Tiny Kittens always does, the right thing and make sure that they're as healthy as possible before they go to their new home. So this might be one thing that we can do preventatively that we'll see. I'm kind of excited to see how it pans out.
it will be so nice if they're not, because it's been so, those upper respiratory viruses are so bad. So it'll be nice if we can at least just have like the normal URI even that lasts 2 weeks.
Clears up and out.
That would be better than like the 4 week, 6 week one. So
Yeah, we think that's good. ALF too, right? ALF keeps reoccurring.
yeah, little ultrasound. So it looks like Sabina's kittens were slightly bigger than Neelix's.
I'm gonna go, the size of the kittens, they were about 2 centimeters. It's a little hard. They're not the ideal ultrasound circumstances because we can't perfectly clip them and do measurements and things like that. But I'm gonna get hopefully pretty efficient at doing them on ferals. Haley, calling Shelly my daughter's name. So you get like 2 centimeters at about 28 days. I feel like they're a little bit longer than that though. You see. And we were able to
See, nice one. 28 to 32. Nope. Well, how are they? They were definitely not that big, right?
oh goodness, no. Those are like 8 centimeters, so even the big range is 25 centimeter or 2.5 centimeters to 5. So 28 to 30. So we could probably give these guys Sabina's maybe like 30 days, something like that. I just, the only part that makes me think are both big guys maybe, but it's hard because they're also feral. They're not going to be maybe as, they're lean, they're not breeder cats.
Yeah.
Things like that. Are they going to be on the small side? We always learn stuff with these guys, like their teeth don't match the average cat and stuff is because they're leaner and stuff. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, I think 30 days, but the only thing is that they were super easy to find, like the fetal hearts and see them, but I guess we'll learn and find out. And I'm sure Shelly will ask me when she gets worried to come back and re-ultrasound.
That's right.
Because she'll want to make sure that they're still okay.
I know.
And that will be fun. I will enjoy doing that too. If it's not going to stress them out too much.
Dr. Ferguson always has to talk me down. usually though, just when it comes close to time for delivery, but in these guys, let's see, detection of fetal heartbeat normally only possible from 22 days of age. If you know the heartbeat can be seen, you know at least 3 weeks. That's good. So they were all at least, so you think around 30 days, so a little over 4 weeks. 4 weeks, that's good. That means we have 5 weeks left. At least one time, my name that's ready to go. I know. No. I know. If there were only 6 kittens, we could. But you think Neelix probably has more than 3?
I do.
She's experienced. She's a baby machine.
I'm guessing, and it truly is a guess, that maybe she has 5.
Yeah.
And then I think Sabina maybe has 3. And it is really hard to count on ultrasound. Even radiologists say, do not count on ultrasound. And if these guys weren't feral, we would x-ray. And we wouldn't be able to x-ray yet anyways, but because we wouldn't be able to see their skeletons yet. But then you get a still photo, and you can, and it's still a little bit difficult, but usually we're pretty accurate with the x-ray. But
Yeah. Well, that's good though. I think the important thing was to find out if we're keeping them here unnecessarily. And we were hoping that Sabina would be able to go home, but it looks like she's going to be our prisoner for a few more weeks. And then we'll see how she does with babies and what we can do to make her stay more comfortable. Neelix is doing pretty well. She even, if you can see in the picture, she's her pupils are not super dilated.
She's really curious.
She's slow blinking. She's not super threatened right now, which is really good.
She's not climbing walls, right?
Yeah, she has a much different demeanor than Sabina does. So, that's what she's doing right now. It's very relaxed. She's relaxed with three strangers in the room. Well, I suppose Kim and I aren't necessarily strangers, but
we're on her ear bed.
I did poke her. Anyway, never mind. Last year, Neelix and I had an interaction when you tried to get her. When I accidentally trapped her and then had to release her because she had babies. But I checked her.
Highwaying on the property, you mean? She had other babies out
Yeah,
there?
she's had many litters, so she's been really hard. She's like the white whale.
Good.
Yeah,
we wanted to trap her for so long, but she was
like
always
Nora.
pregnant.
Nora had about 4 or 5 last year. So we were glad to grab her before she got pregnant again.
Yeah.
And now she's got a home.
That's awesome.
She was a baby making machine. And
She
Nora,
was.
oh my god.
Do you think so far that she's going to be, that she'll be able to go to home?
She's, to me, we have not yet had the breakthrough that makes me think that she will be, but possibly after. I don't know about pregnancy hormones, how that affects the need to protect herself.
Shelly's been the only one interacting with her, so Shelly has no pets on that one.
But she has enjoyed petting from time to time, but then when she gets spooked, she doesn't. It's hard to get her to settle if she's spooked, so I have to start when she's not super spooked. She's also feeling more confident in her environment, which is a good thing because she's less shut down, but it also means she will squirm and get away if she wants to go. So I don't know how it's going to get a mosquito. You're supposed to get those.
If you want to win a job, that's your job.
So anyway, how far along? We think between 24 and 30 days.
Yes. I think Sabina is a teeny bit more along, but yes. But I think, like I said, there's so many inconsistencies with these guys too.
Yeah,
And,
it's hard.
And I've never ultrasounded feral cats before.
I don't know if anyone has.
Yeah,
I honestly did some Googling to see if anyone has ever attempted to ultrasound a pregnant feral cat, and I found nothing.
So that's another thing to add to our
So I
repertoire.
think that this might be actually the first time that it's ever been done. So congratulations to you for a successful world record. You just set the world record for cat ultrasound, feral cat ultrasound in one day.
3.
Okay, what's okay? So confusing. Okay, so Neelix is towards the 24 day, and Sabina is towards 30 days, is what we think. Okay, so it's really, really hard to know for sure.
Like how about a week apart too?
But potentially within a week of each other, but somewhere between 24 and 30 days.
Yeah.
It's, that's completely a fluid number of days.
Right. And and the gestation of cats can really vary too. So
Yeah.
I think I will get better as we go along.
Yeah, and if we ultrasound in another couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, we might be able to see better.
Yeah.
Where they're
We'll
at.
see, because she's just bare. I feel like Neelix is just barely showing, and Sabina is hard to tell because she's a blur whenever I see her not crouched. So it's hard to tell if they're showing at all. But so average gestation is about 64 days. So we have about a month or 5 weeks to go, 4 or 5 weeks to go. And so if we had known Savina's personality before, when we trapped her, we assumed we would be sending her for spay, but finding out she was pregnant was sort of we decided to give her a try. And her personality does not make her a great candidate for early pregnancy fostering, but the situation is what it is, so we're going to try to make the best of it and try to keep her as low stress as possible, since it's longer than would be ideal for a cat with her personality, because she's so feral and she's so fearful. Neelix, on the other hand, I think is a great candidate for early fostering, because it will give her time to get to know me, and hopefully we can establish like a tiny baseline of trust that maybe will help when the babies come and I have to come weigh them and stuff. Or she could turn into a little who knows? We don't know. It's all very exciting. But the good, I'm very relieved. I've been super nervous about this, and also it's very relieved to know. I think if we put Savina in the barn with Sable, I don't think we would ever trap her again. I think she's on to us. So I think we're gonna hold on to her, and she's gonna get returned spayed after she has the babies. There is, of course, a risk with her potentially being a first-time mom that things won't go well, but at least they won't go well here, and we'll be able to help if there's something that can be done. But I don't know. We'll just do the best we can for her. But that's gonna keep me up at night for the next 5 weeks. So it's okay though.
It'll be good.
Yeah, cats do this all the time.
Cats do this all the time. It'll be good.
On their own. So yes. So Sable is definitely. She's within probably 10 days of babies, but she has a safe place that she's nesting for now, and so we thought that these guys were higher priority. Neelix for sure, because she is such a good baby machine, and so and we've never seen her come to the feeding station with kittens, so I don't know that she's having her babies in the safest location, and the frequency of her pregnancies last year would indicate that she has had entire litters lost to predators or tomcats or something like that. So it definitely was higher priority to me to at least to bring her in and get her off the streets and get the badges off her back. Give her a little break. So anyway, so Sable I think has the best possible scenario out there, and we'll just have to see. We'll have to see how many kittens Neelix has and how things go. And I'm sure there are many other pregnant cats at the colony. So anyway, so that's kind of the update. You guys just saw it, history in the making here at the HQ. Everyone loves your socks.
I know.
They are.
They were, I guess,
They were a gift
from
Linda Bell.
I'm not going to put Savina on the cam because I think that it will be too stressful for everybody, because I think that she's pretty high risk, I think. And so once the babies are born and are safe, I will see if I can get her on a cam, but I'm not going to put her on beforehand. So we'll just all hope for the best for her.
You get to see the good part, the babies.
Yeah, and you get to watch the Neelix.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it will be, I think everyone, there would be too many pearls, not enough pearls to go around. Not enough. Including for me. So, Linda's asking where are my socks. My socks are actually in the room over there. I should put them on because I didn't want to take them out of the package because they were
And they're
so
so
clean
cute.
and they matched.
And they'll get dirty fast and a lot, or mismatched here.
They'll get put in the pile. So yeah. So you'll see them at some point. Maybe I'll save them for. I'll wear them as my birthing socks.
It caused me to snort like 4 times in the past hour.
At least you didn't have a mouthful of anything. I don't know if Shiver and Season will get ultrasounded. Sabina is confirmed to be pregnant. My socks actually do not match, but you can't see that on the camera. So for all intents and purposes, they do match.
Life's too short for matching socks anyway, isn't that what they say?
We haven't had a lot of wine.
I know, contrary for me, yeah, I'm just feeling giddy from, actually having answers because it's been weeks of not knowing what was going on.
Not being able to talk to anybody,
I know,
right? Yeah,
not
you haven't
knowing.
been able to talk
So
to
many
anything.
scenarios and possibilities, and the property owner had cats for us and we didn't know anything about them, and it was a whole big thing. So now that we have 2 birds in my hand. And being able to pull off the successful ultrasound, the ultrasound of the century.
Now you believe it works.
No.
Everything has been.
She thought you were a fraud.
I was like, there's no kittens
Because
here.
how it's been Mary and Kestrel and those 2. It's been four times that I've brought you non-pregnant cats.
And they were right every time. You just didn't believe me.
You're
I was
like-
like, Mary is completely full of poop. She has no more.
Yeah, twice for Mary. We did 2 on Mary, right?
Yeah,
Yep. So
just
Dr.
in
Ferguson
case-
is right, everybody.
Because
She's right.
no.
Don't question Dr.
No,
Ferguson.
no,
She's
no.
got it
There
all.
will be times when it is, the ultrasound is not right. But I think most of the time it will be.
Well, you're batting 100. Is that 1,000?
1,000.
I'm not sure.
I mean,
I don't play
it's
baseball.
not 1,000.
Whatever the good one is.
1,000.
Roommate for Neelix, that is an excellent question. I'm pondering that very carefully. If Kestrel was pregnant, then I was going to try to introduce them slowly. I don't know. So we'll have to see. I think if I don't know, is the answer.
Something we need to ponder.
So, she's doing pretty well on her own, I think, but, she's very little worried. A little sort of worried, sort of curious face. Not too worried.
This is quite a luxurious accommodation.
I know, these are authentic, forest ferns, and I've kept them alive for weeks now.
No, they're fantastic.
And this is the only reason why these ones are dying is because they've been broken, right?
Yeah.
So we just need to cut them off with their scissors. So I'll do some fern duty.
Fern maintenance.
Fern maintenance.
Yeah,
over
it looks
here.
like-
And I
looks
brought
like-
moss in from the authentic forest moss to put around the dirt so they didn't dig, but they don't dig in there.
It's very calm and clean and it's lovely.
Yeah, it's cleaner than with the log. The logs were very crumbly.
I might spend spring break here.
We'll get to it. I have a little kitty hammock keeping Curl up in. That would be good. I don't know. You haven't been to the Happy Cat Forest.
I've not.
Oh, we need to change that.
No, maybe what I never want to take up their time because these ladies are so busy. I never want to take up their time just like being an observer. I want to be where I can be helpful, and I'm probably not helpful out in the
Oh my
forest.
god, yes you are.
Well, I mean, I do know how to clean and feed, but you know,
And today, you know how to do all the important things.
Yeah.
so I've never asked to go. So
We'd
one
be
day,
happy to have you anytime.
but
Anytime.
sometimes I think
Dr.
they,
Ferguson's very busy
they
too.
probably
dating
want
lives.
my skills like spaying something.
Yeah, we keep you busy enough, I think. Yeah.
But it would be kind of neat to see where it comes from, where everything comes
It would be cool, and I have seen a lot of pictures.
from.
Yes, yes.
And my heart warms up every single time I see the ones that, that we've had contact with, and that they're happy and they're out there. And
Yeah.
it just makes me smile. It's awesome.
You've saved many a forest cat. As Rhodes and Rollins are doing great. we almost trapped. Oh, I was going to ask you. We have one of the big manly males that we have already neutered had the eyeball, and then it looks like it is now ruptured.
Oh.
He seems to be doing okay though so far. Is there anything we can do besides give him an injection of something?
Besides
Antibiotics or
taking out the
something?
eyeball?
Yeah, like if it's ruptured, does it need to come out?
Well, once the eyeball has ruptured, the pain probably, and we've contacted an ophthalmologist about this before because there's been some other cases there where the eyeball is already ruptured and everybody is panicking, and once the eyeball's ruptured, mostly the pain is gone. It still could be a relatively source of infection maybe.
Mm.
So ideally you would take it out if we can and the timing works and everything. I think that would be my ideal situation, is taking it out. Yeah, but it's nice to catch it
Before that.
when you know it's not
Yeah.
savable and before the poor thing has to go through the eyeball rupturing.
Yeah.
If the stars aligned and you guys were able to capture him, then I could do it. But the awful part, even though it looks gross, is probably over.
I remember you saying that about Beetlejuice, so I felt a little bit better, but I was.
Yeah.
It's
The
to
hard
see.
part is the leading up to it.
Yeah.
It's not the. Yeah.
So, and then there's still one more with the bad eyeball. Then.
With the two bad eyeballs.
Yeah, the 1.5 bad ones. He's been around a couple times, but all he does is he sprays everything. He's still like very functional. He like sprays everything in sight, and he's not suffering. I mean, I'm sure he's in a great deal of pain, but he's not like, he's still like very much in it.
And he's not neutered.
He's not neutered yet, so
Yeah. I would
I'm hoping he'll go in a trap one of these times.
Right.
But he sprays them. He sprays the tuna. Through the traps. Sprays all the traps and then just keeps going.
I don't think if he came in for a neuter, I'd be able to not take that eyeball out. My worry is that he's got disease in the other one, but it's probably, the eyes are so dynamic that it doesn't mean, I was worried that eventually both eyes are going to go on him and that we're going to take one eye out and he's going to be blind eventually and then he's not going to do well anyways. So it's a super hard, morally ethical, complicated question.
Yeah.
But if he's out there breeding and acting like a boy, he's probably,
And he's good, his
Doing
body condition is
some
good. I
stuff.
think he's young and he's kind of, but
I mean, if he gets trapped, then yeah.
and then we could try doing eye drops on him.
Yeah.
He would spray everything. It would be a very stinky room. But we could try. But how long do you think he would need eye drops to try even the other one if the other one is able to be treated?
Actually, I would say minimal 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah. If we can help him as much as we can help him,
Yeah.
that's lovely, Kim.
I know. She's doing pretty well so far. I think it's good for her to have people around, right? The talking and to some degree. Yeah, for sure. Very cute. So anyway, let's see. I bet we can.
They're calling you Kimzarella.
That's right. You should just sit there.
Kimzarella.
The beautiful princess,
Kimzarella.
right?
My wine is empty.
Let the ugly stepsister know.
Fetch me my wine.
No, I just have a problem with.
No, me too.
I'm totally fine with it.
Like, not a problem.
What time is it? 6:30. I just texted Angie to see what her status is.
Oh.
Because we have our board meeting tonight, so. The finest Tiny Kittens minds will be melding in a few moments.
Melting?
Not melting, melding.
Melding.
I was sitting on fern nest.
No, you don't. No, you don't have to do it. Your work is done. Your work here is done. Take this out. Oh, I was gonna weigh her. I should have weighed her. I'll weigh her tomorrow. I weighed her a couple days ago. She only weighed 7 pounds.
I know, they're so little.
She's so tiny.
so ripped.
I know. Kestrel weighed like 9 pounds. I don't know if there's anything to speak. I speak it earlier, so probably not.
Oh, tiny little nugget.
It'll be very clean. Good job, everybody.
Do you have a,
Right here. Dustpan?
dustpan? No, or do you keep the ferns in there like that?
Well, I was just covering it up so to prohibit digging. They haven't been
that's a
digging,
great
but
idea.
they've been pretty good. That pillowcase is also full of moss and forest materials for authentic smell. So I have more moss I could put in.
Yeah, take that feel away.
That's right. I got a whole pillowcase full of feel away. Forest feel away. And we also have real feel away. Awesome. Not that it does much good with the windows open, but anyway. Okay, so everybody, thank you so much for watching. And we have,
She has her food, Shelly, in her thing.
yes,
Does she have crunchy food?
she does. I haven't put it back in yet. I'm gonna fix her in fresh food also for the window. We can take this out and then we can come back in. Okay, so now she gets to relax. Afternoon. Oops. That's the fastest cleaning I've ever seen.